Welcome back to Anker Street. We're at the end of week 3 here. A lot of progress since the last video. As you can see, there's been a lot of the ground cut out, ready for the drainage runs. So underneath here, all of the drainage is sort of crisscrossing the building. You can see the runs there. It's been backfilled, ready for tomorrow. This is going to be concreted over so that we end up with a bit of, pretty much a flat surface. The next stage then, and this is a slight change from the original program, is that we now have to provide a gas membrane. So instead of just a damp-proof membrane, it'll have to be a gas membrane because the type of material in the ground, the engineers have decided that we need to provide that to stop any sort of unknown gases and whatever rising up from the ground into the building. So we've had to go out and get a quote for that from a contractor. They've been engaged then to do that. So they'll then level that in, weld it into the edges, and then we'll end up with a nice flat surface again, ready for the raft slab to be put in. £18,000 worth of concrete, £4,000 worth of mesh. We've just been going through all the costings with the contract administrator and the main contractor, but all good stuff. So you can see it really coming together. You've got the drainage points coming out of the ground. They will obviously run all the way up through the building, and the bathrooms will be stacked on top of each other as far as possible for the best, most efficient use of the drainage. And then we're then at the stage of starting to look at how many of these beams can come out so that we can essentially make the raft slab as simple as possible. So the more sections of raft slab having to work around the beams, the more complicated, the more expensive. So we'll get the advice from the structural engineers about how many of these can come out without risking the building falling to pieces, get the gas membrane done, get the raft slab built in, and then the next phase after that will be starting to build the timber frame up inside the building to provide the new floor and all of the walls and things. You can see it's all been marked out on here where the new door is, where the new walls are, the stairwell. So it's all starting to come together. You can start to now in the building get a feel for what's happening and where things are going to be over the next few weeks as funding is finalised, and then we get on site and start really working on the main part of the contract. This will all come together very, very quickly, and all of a sudden you'll be able to see rooms and floors and staircases, and it will absolutely transform. And we're aiming that by the end of 2026, this building will be occupied by 25 people, 25 rooms, and the planning permission for that came through this week. So really, that's a really big milestone. It unlocks the funding and means that we can get on with getting the building built and getting people occupied. So follow us on our YouTube channel for more updates over the next few weeks and months, and we look forward to showing you the transformation of this building on Anker Street.